How did two men who once stood shoulder to shoulder during one of the biggest political movements in modern Nigerian history suddenly become political enemies? Why is Kenneth Okonkwo now openly criticizing Peter Obi at every opportunity? And why did he go on national television to say Peter Obi should have accepted to become vice president to Atiku Abubakar? Because according to him, it is not yet time for an Igbo presidency. That single statement has triggered massive reactions across Nigeria. Obedients are angry. Atiku supporters are defending Kenneth. And political analysts are now asking one dangerous question. Was Kenneth Okonkwo ever truly loyal to Peter Obi? Or was he simply using the Obidient movement for political relevance? Today we are going deep into this political drama. We will talk about how Kenneth and Peter Obi became allies, what really caused their fallout, why Kenneth suddenly aligned with Atiku, the controversial show Igbo presidency is not yet time statement, and what all this means for the 2027 elections. My people, this discussion is going to be explosive, so grab your drink, sit down comfortably, and please watch this video till the end because there are political angles many Nigerians are not seeing. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and turn on the notification bell because this channel gives you the hottest political analysis without fear or favor. Let us begin. To understand this crisis properly, we must go back to 2022. That was the year Nigerian politics changed completely. Before then, many young Nigerians had already lost hope in politics. People believed elections could never bring change. The APC and PDP had dominated the country for years, and many citizens were tired. Then suddenly, Peter Obi emerged. When Peter Obi left the PDP and joined Labour Party, many people initially laughed. Some said Labour Party had no structure. Some said he was wasting his time. Others said he could never compete against APC and PDP. But something shocking happened. The youths gathered behind him. The middle class gathered behind him. Even many Nigerians abroad joined the movement. The Obidient movement became a political revolution. And during that period, Kenneth Okonkwo was one of Peter Obi's strongest defenders. Everywhere you turned, Kenneth was on television defending Obi passionately. He attacked the APC. He attacked the PDP. He confronted political analysts. He spoke with emotion and confidence. Many Obedients admired him. In fact, some people even believed Kenneth was one of Peter Obi's closest allies. Remember, Kenneth is not just a politician. He is also a famous Nollywood actor, so his popularity helped the movement gain attention. Whenever he spoke on TV, clips would go viral online. At that time, Kenneth looked completely committed to the Obidient movement. But today, things have changed completely. After the 2023 election, Labour Party entered serious crisis. Different factions started fighting each other. Court cases everywhere. Leadership battles everywhere. Accusations and counter-accusations. Many supporters expected Peter Obi's loyalists to stay united. But gradually, cracks started appearing. Then Kenneth Okonkwo began criticizing the Labour Party leadership openly. At first, many people thought he was simply frustrated with the internal crisis. Even some Obedients defended him. They said, Kenneth only wants the party to improve. But later, his criticism became more direct. Not only was he criticizing Labour Party, he also started criticizing Peter Obi himself. That shocked many Nigerians. People began asking, what exactly happened behind the scenes? Was there betrayal? Was there disagreement over strategy? Was there personal ambition involved? Nobody knew for sure. But one thing became obvious. The relationship between Kenneth Okonkwo and Peter Obi had broken down badly. Now this is where things became more controversial. As time went on, Kenneth started sounding more sympathetic to Atiku Abubakar. This surprised many Nigerians because during the campaign season, Kenneth strongly defended Peter Obi against Atiku's supporters. Suddenly, the same Kenneth now appeared politically closer to Atiku's camp. And then came the channel's television interview. That interview changed everything. Kenneth openly said Peter Obi should have supported Atiku Abubakar and accepted the vice presidential slot. According to him, it was not yet time for an Igbo presidency. Kai. That statement exploded across social media instantly. Obidient became furious. Many Igbo supporters saw it as betrayal. Others accused Kenneth of trying to reduce Peter Obi's political value. Because let us be honest here, one major reason millions supported Peter Obi was because they believed Nigeria needed to break away from old 5 political arrangements. Many people were tired of the same PDP and APC dominance. So hearing Kenneth say Obi should have returned to become Atiku's running mate sounded like a complete reversal of everything the Obidient movement stood for. Now let us talk about the statement itself. Kenneth said it was not yet time for an Igbo presidency. This statement has divided Nigerians. Some people agree with him politically, others completely reject it. Supporters of Kenneth argue that Nigerian politics is about strategy and numbers. They believe Peter Obi should have aligned with Atiku to remove APC from power first before pursuing presidency later. According to them, politics is not emotional. They say you must negotiate power. But Peter Obi's supporters strongly disagree. They argue that if every Igbo politician continues waiting endlessly, then the presidency may never come. They also believe Peter Obi already proved in 2023 that millions of Nigerians across tribes can support an Igbo candidate. In fact, many Obedients insist that Obi's movement was not even about tribe. They say it was about competence, accountability, and good governance. So when Kenneth reduced the issue to "it is not yet time," many supporters became disappointed. Some even accused him of promoting the same old political mentality Nigerians are trying to escape from. Now, this is the big question many people are asking today. Was Kenneth truly committed to Peter Obi, or was he simply riding the wave? This question is controversial because when somebody suddenly changes political position completely, people naturally become suspicious. Some Obedients now claim Kenneth never truly believed in Obi's vision. They say he only joined because the movement was popular. Others disagree. They believe Kenneth genuinely supported Obi initially, but later became disappointed with Labour Party's direction. And honestly, 5 politics is complicated. People can genuinely support a movement and later change their minds. That happens everywhere in the world. But in Nigeria, political betrayals are often viewed emotionally, especially when supporters invest passion and loyalty into a movement. That is why many Obedients now feel hurt by Kenneth's comments. To them, it feels personal. Now let us move beyond Kenneth and Peter Obi. This entire situation exposes a deeper problem in Nigerian politics. And that problem is this: Nigeria still struggles with issue-based politics. Most political alliances here are temporary. Today, people are together. Tomorrow, they become enemies. Today, somebody calls you the hope of Nigeria. Next tomorrow, the same person attacks you publicly. That inconsistency frustrates many young Nigerians because people want politicians to stand for principles, not just political convenience. Look at developed democracies. Politicians may disagree, but ideological positions are usually clearer. In Nigeria, alliances change overnight. One minute politicians say, "We must rescue Nigeria." The next minute they align with the same people they previously criticized. That is why many citizens no longer trust politicians easily. Another major issue this controversy has revived is the Igbo presidency conversation. Many Nigerians believe the Southeast deserves a fair chance at the presidency. They argue that for national unity, every major region should feel included. Others say presidency should not be based on tribe but competence. Then another group says Nigerian politics is still controlled by power blocks and political calculations, so the debate continues. But one thing is certain: Peter Obi's 2023 campaign changed the political conversation permanently. Before 2023, many people believed an Igbo candidate could never gain nationwide support. But Obi shocked the establishment. Whether you support him or not, his movement disrupted Nigerian politics massively. And that is why discussions around 2027 are already intense. This is another important question. Politics is about loyalty and strategy. After what happened with Kenneth Okonkwo, many supporters are asking whether Peter Obi needs a completely different political structure moving forward. Because one major challenge in Nigerian politics is maintaining loyal alliances. Today's friend can become tomorrow's critic. And politicians must constantly navigate betrayals, negotiations, and shifting interests. If Peter Obi plans another presidential run, he will need stronger political structures, more strategic alliances, better internal party stability, and loyal political foot soldiers. Because passion alone is not enough to win Nigerian elections. That is the harsh reality. Since Kenneth's interview, social media has been on fire. Obedients are dragging Kenneth heavily online. Some say he betrayed the movement. Some say he is seeking political relevance. Others accuse him of attacking Obi simply to gain favor with Atiku's camp. But Kenneth's supporters are defending him too. They argue that people are allowed to change political opinions. And honestly, that is true in a democracy. The real issue is not whether Kenneth changed sides. The real issue is the way Nigerians emotionally attach themselves to politicians. Sometimes supporters defend politicians like football clubs. And once emotions enter politics too deeply, every disagreement becomes war. Now the biggest question: what happens next? Will Kenneth fully join Atiku politically? Will Peter Obi respond directly? Will Labour Party survive its internal crisis? Will the opposition unite in 2027? Nobody knows yet. But one thing is clear: 2027 politics has already started quietly. All these interviews, alignments, and public statements are part of positioning. Politicians are testing narratives. They are studying public reactions. They are calculating alliances. And Nigerians are watching carefully. At the end of the day, this situation between Kenneth Okonkwo and Peter Obi teaches Nigerians an important lesson. Politics has no permanent friendship. Interests change. Alliances change. Strategies change. But citizens must stay focused on the bigger picture: good governance, accountability, security, and economic improvement. Because while politicians fight and switch sides, ordinary Nigerians are still facing hardship daily. Fuel prices are high, food prices are high, the economy is difficult. That is what truly matters to the average citizen. As for Kenneth Okonkwo's statement that it is not yet time for an Igbo presidency, Nigerians will continue debating that for a long time. But one thing nobody can deny is this: Peter Obi's movement changed political participation in Nigeria forever. And whether you support him or not, the political establishment can no longer ignore the power of young voters. So my people, what do you think? Do you believe Kenneth Okonkwo betrayed Peter Obi? Or do you think he is simply being politically realistic? Should Peter Obi have accepted to become Atiku's vice president? Or was he right to contest independently? And do you agree with Kenneth that it is not yet time for an Igbo presidency? Drop your opinions in the comment section, because this conversation is far from over. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video everywhere. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again in the next one.